Uh, okay. Now, see, last day's class I couldn't post it on the YouTube because there was some corruption in the recording, some sort of a problem in the recording, so I just couldn't do it. Let's see today, and let's wish good that it comes out true. Well, আজকে একটু নেটওয়ার্ক ইস্যু আছে, একটু আগে 10-এর ক্লাসটা মাঝপথে অ্যাবান্ডন হয়ে গেল, আর কোনোভাবে নেটওয়ার্ক কানেক্ট করা গেল না। এনিওয়ে, now, so last day we did up to that point that people often with good eyesight they fail to see what's in front of them. They cannot see what's in front of them even with good eyesight. What I said is that this story is a very, very sensitive story, a very sensitive study of human psychology, particularly grown-up teenage psychology. It's a very, very good study of grown-up teenage psychology. Both are very sensitive. Both are, in their deepest mind, interested in talking with the others, developing a short friendship, even if it's a short friendship, a friendship for a very short time, but to carry on some sort of a conversation, just to do away with the boredom of life. But to do away with the boredom of life. So the man or the boy, he said that it would be possible for me that if I do not move from that place, if I do not move from that place from here to there, it could be possible that I would be able to hide. I'd be able to keep away from the girls. Understanding. I would be able to keep away from the girls' understanding. That what should I say? I should be able to keep away from the girls' understanding that I am physically handicapped and particularly blind. People always have a very deep sympathy. They show sympathy. Here, the man wants to be, or the young man wants to be treated as an equal, not somebody who should be sympathized at. Not somebody who should be sympathized at, but somebody who is equal. Okay. The girl said, I'm getting off at Sharanpur. My aunt is meeting me there. So, I said, I think the other day I also said, যে ওদের দেশে পিসি, মাসি, কাকি, জেঠি সবাইকে ওরা aunt বলে. So my aunt is coming. সে মাসি না পিসি না কাকি না জেঠি আমি জানি না, but there is some aunt who is coming to take me. And the man pretends very, as if he is a very smart man. Then I better not get too familiar, I replied. Aunts are usually formidable creatures. Formidable creatures, somebody to be afraid of. somebody to be afraid of, somebody whom you should treat with dignity, respect, keep distance from. মানে এটা হালকা, this is some sort of a very, very what should you say, very what should you say, some sort of a play, some sort of a very light flirting, some sort of a very slight flirting. প্রেমিকও নয় ও, 1 মিনিটের আলাপে কেউ প্রেমিক হয়ে যেতে পারে না, কিন্তু মানে he's trying to behave যেন ওর কত বড় একটা প্রেমিক। আরে ও বাবা, তোমার আন্ট আসবে, আন্টরা খুব ভয়ের জিনিস, তারা এইসব ছেলে টেলের সঙ্গে কথা বলাটা পছন্দ করে না। সো I have to better keep a distance regarding talking with you. I have to distance myself from you. Where are you going? She asked. To Dehra and then to Missouri. As I said, most of Ruskin Bond's stories are centered around Dehradun and Missouri, because Ruskin Bond lives in a place near Missouri. He's still living in a place near Missouri. So most of his stories is around Dehradun and Missouri. And as I said the other day, as I said that he got a Sahitya Academy Award for our trees still grow in Dehra, for that novel. So I'll first go to Dehradun and then I'll go to Missouri. Dehradun is the capital of, at present, at that time it was not. At present, Dehradun kon state capital? Uttarakhand. Dehradun is the capital of Uttarakhand. আমি জানি না, আমি লাস্ট টাইম যখন কেদারপুরে গেছিলাম 2009 হরিদ্বার গেছিলাম, তখন আর দেহরাদুন যাওয়া হয়নি। আমাদের একটা প্ল্যান ছিল মুসুরি যাওয়া, তা আলটিমেটলি অ্যাবান্ডন করেছিলাম, কারণ কেদারপুরে দেখেছি উই আর অল ভেরি টায়ার্ড। তো 2 দিন আমরা হরিদ্বারেই রিল্যাক্স করেছিলাম। বাট আই রিমেম্বার 1973 আমরা একবার হরিদ্বার কেদারপুরে গেছিলাম, তখন কিন্তু আমরা 1-2 দিনের জন্যে, এই কিছু ঘন্টার জন্য আমরা দেহরাদুনে গেছিলাম। ইটস এ ভেরি স্মল টাউন, আই রিমেম্বার ইটস এ ভেরি স্মল টাউন, beautiful. Oh, how lucky you are. I wish I were going to Missouri. I love the hills, especially in October. See, those who are fond of hills, আমরা বেশিরভাগ লোক we prefer going to, এখন অবশ্য ভিউ পয়েন্টটা কিছুটা হলেও চেঞ্জ হচ্ছে, but we prefer going to the hill stations like Missouri, Darjeeling, Shimla, Manali, Kulu. We prefer going to the hill stations mostly in, or Sikkim, mostly in during the summers. One thing for that is, the reason behind it is mainly the reason behind it is that we get holiday. Most of our children get some summer vacation. Most of our children get summer vacation during that time. So স্বাভাবিক ভাবে আর what happens is, here we are so much troubled by the tremendous heat. We are so much troubled by the tremendous heat of the place. We are so much troubled by the tremendous heat of the place that we cannot bear to stay. We cannot bear to stay. We look for a colder place. Kintu nowadays many people visit these hilly places, say in September, October, And now even some of the more adventurous people, they prefer the October-January time. That's intensely cold. Say the Himalayan region of Darjeeling, Shimla, and all these places, or Manali and all these, they are intensely cold. People may get sick. But October is a very good time. It's cold. It's quite cold. Then there are lots of flowers in the autumn. Autumn is a very flowering time in the hills, particularly these dahlias and these rhododendrons. Those who love Darjeeling, rhododendrons, different colored rhododendrons, full of color. It's a beautiful sight. Well, so I love the hills, especially in October. So those who have a love for the hills love this October time. Yes, this is the best time, I said, calling on my memories. The hills are covered with wild dahlias. The sun is delicious. So wild dahlias, and in places like say Darjeeling and others, you have rhododendrons, full of rhododendrons, and it's a sight. Different colored rhododendrons. It's really a sight to cherish. Wild dahlias, the sun is delicious. You have a soft sun. It's not very hot. It's not burning hot. You have a soft sun rather. And at night you can sit in front of a log fire and drink a little brandy. In cold places, people tend to drink brandy, wine, one type of alcoholic drink. People tend to take some alcoholic drink because brandy keeps the body warm. These type of alcoholic drinks, they keep the body warm from inside. So if you sit in front of a log fire in the evening, late once the sun is set, you at a agun jele, kather agun, and you enjoy a glass of brandy, you get quite warm. The tremendous cold around which is setting in from all sides, all this suddenly you have a very warm and healthy feeling. Okay. Yes. Also. Yes, October is the best time. Now, another thing. Most of the tourists have gone and the roads are quiet and almost deserted. See, as I told you, normal people who are just there to see, people who go there to see the snow prefer this winter or this March. This is the time when you get snow. But most other places of these hill stations, when you go in the summer, you don't get snow, except few snow points. Say for instance, Shimla, Manali, this Rotang Pass area, you may experience snow. But otherwise, you don't experience snow as such. কি বলছিলাম তো most of the tourists by October, because they are afraid that they may catch cold and things, this hill cold, that would be really something troublesome. So they prefer to stay away from the hills in October because of the cold. So the roads are deserted. See, in summer, most of the tourists go, and when there are a lot of people around, you cannot enjoy that place. It's always clack. So many people are there that you cannot enjoy. You need that quietude, that very serene atmosphere. A very quiet and serene atmosphere. That is what is very important. Uh, so most of the roads are deserted, empty. Tourists have left. Most of the tourists. And yes, October is the best time. It's very cold in the night. A soft sun in the day. You can walk for miles without getting tired and all these things. She was silent. I wondered if my words had touched her or whether she thought me a romantic fool. See the beautiful sensitivity in the writing. This, as I say, this story is a fantastic study. Most of Ruskin Bond's stories are fantastic study of human psychology. This story is a fantastic study of the human mind, the human psychology of the late adolescent boy and the girl, or the man and the young lady, the young woman. A very, very sensitive study. Both here, because we are listening from the man's point of view or the boy's point of view, we understand. But both are desperate. Both are desperately trying to impress each other, to impress upon the other. Both are trying, both are very, very desperate about that. So, ও কথা বলে যাচ্ছে. Yeah, the young man is talking, but what he is worried about every moment is whether am I being able to create an impression on the girl, whether girl is singing to my tunes and trying to understand me as I am, or he is or she is thinking that, oh well, he's a romantic fool. Oh, he's a romantic fool. Is he singing to my tune? That is very, very important. I'm singing to my tune mane hocche whether he's trying to understand me, whether he's trying to realize me. Then I made a mistake. See, every time he's very careful that I will not divulge, I will not bring out that I am a blind man. I am somebody who should be sympathized, who shouldn't be treated as somebody equal. This is something he's not wanting to do. He's wanting to hide his blindness. And that's why he says, he's very careful, but, well, when you are talking and you grow up in your talking, you sometimes forget your situation. And then I made a mistake. What is it like outside? I asked. এবারে কত গল্প বানাবে, কত ইয়ে করবে, তো in order to start a new conversation, what is it like outside? বাইরের অবস্থাটা কিরকম? Then the moment he said that, he shrunk back. ও নিজেকে গুটিয়ে আনলো. আরে বাপরে, এ তো বুঝে গেল, তাহলে বোধহয় আমি অন্ধ, এ তো বোধহয় বুঝে ফেললো যে আমি অন্ধ. She seemed to find nothing strange in the question. Had she noticed already that I could not see? But her next question removed my doubts. আমি বললাম, মেয়েটা অবাক হবে শুনে, বলছে যে আমাকে জিজ্ঞেস করছেন কেন, এই বা মানে এটা হতে পারে, বা মানে যদি বলে যে ও বাইরে তো গাছপালা দেখতে পাচ্ছি and all these things I can see outside, তাহলে I won't be sure whether the girl is understanding, or rather whether the girl has understood. মেয়েটা বুঝতে পেরেছে কিনা that I am a blind man. whether the girl understood that I am a blind man. But the next question that the girl puts to me removes my doubt. Well, see, for the time being I'm safe. For the time being I'm safe. Why don't you look out of the window? She asked. So, when the girl asked him to look out of the window, that means it can be taken for sure that he did not consider me blind. When the girl asked me to look out of the window, he did not consider me to be blind. That's for sure. I moved easily along the berth and felt for the window ledge. Now that I was sure, now that I understood, the girl did not understand that I was blind. এটা যখন বুঝতে পারলাম যে মেয়েটা অন্তত বুঝতে পারেনি যে আমি blind, I kept on play acting. আমি অভিনয় করে যেতে লাগলাম that I am a healthy person. I am as fit and strong as any other man. And I slid. ওই বসা অবস্থায় আমি ঘষে ঘষে চলে গেলাম উইন্ডো লেজের কাছে। খুব কায়দা করে উইন্ডো লেজটাকে এমনভাবে হাত দিয়ে ফিল করে নিলাম that I could understand how far it is. খুব কায়দা করে করলাম। মানে ধর দীর্ঘদিন অভ্যেসে এরমভাবে লোকের কাছে লুকোনোর অভ্যেসে he could do it quite easily. The window was open and I faced it, making a pretense of studying the landscape. আমি এমনভাবে উইন্ডোটাকে ধরলাম, just I wanted to feel whether the window was open or not. And it was open. এবং আমি খুব কায়দা করে বাইরের দিকে তাকিয়ে এমনভাবে করলাম যে যাতে আমি খুব খুঁটিয়ে খুঁটিয়ে বাইরে ব্যাপারটাকে দেখছি যেন। I heard the panting of the engine, and now, well, as he said earlier in the story, that only I am sensitive to light and nothing else. এর বাইরে কিছু বোঝার সেরকম একটা ক্ষমতা আমার নেই। So when I looked out, I only heard the panting of the engine. বিশেষ করে তখনকার দিনে তো আর ইলেকট্রিক ইঞ্জিন ছিল না, এটা স্টিম ইঞ্জিন। তোরা কেউ বোধহয় স্টিম ইঞ্জিন দেখেছিস তোদের মধ্যে কেউ? আমার মনে হয় না। সেই হুস 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 ওটা চলে আর ধোয়া বেরোয় and all these things. So ওটাকে ও প্যান্টিং বলছে। So panting of the engine. The rumble of the wheels, gajar korte korte, the very metallic sound of the wheels, the mechanical and metallic sound of the wheels. And in my mind's eye, I could see the telegraph posts flashing by. এটা তো হতে পারে যে ও জন্ম অন্ধ কিনা এটা আমরা জানি না, হয়তো আগে ওর দৃষ্টি ভালো ছিল and he became blind, এটাও হতে পারে, বা ওকে কেউ বলেছে যে এরকম হয়। So in his mind's eye he could see the telegraph posts flashing by. মানে ট্রেন যেই দিকে যায় তার উল্টো দিকে গাছ পোস্ট সব যায়, মানে অন্তত দেখলে তাই মনে হয় আর কি। Have you noticed, I ventured, that the trees seem to be moving while we seem to be standing still? এটাই অদ্ভুতভাবে মনে হয় যে গাছগুলো মনে হচ্ছে যেন চলছে, গাছগুলো মনে হচ্ছে যেন চলছে আর আমরা মনে হচ্ছে দাঁড়িয়ে আছি। অ্যাকচুয়ালি ইটস আ রিভার্স, তুমি একটু ওই দিকটা করে নাও তারপরে দিকে আসবে। তো অ্যাকচুয়ালি ইটস আ রিভার্স। তো দ্যাট অলওয়েজ সিমস টু বি, মানে মনে হচ্ছে যেন গাছগুলো চলছে, মানে ও একটা কনভারসেশন স্টার্ট করার চেষ্টা করছে। হি ইজ ট্রাইং টু বিল্ড আপ সাম কনভারসেশন। মেয়েটার কাছে খুব অদ্ভুত ঠেকলো না ব্যাপারটা। Possibly the girl knew about it. It was not very strange. That always happens, she said. Do you see any animals? But এটা তো আমরা সব সময় জানি. We all know that when a thing is moving, you will feel that that thing is standing and the world outside is moving back. That always happens. That the world outside and it is moving back. No, I answered quite confidently. No, he did not. He was not able to see. কিন্তু এইটা ও জানতো. He had this information that there at that time existed no animals in the forests of Dera or in the woods of Dera. So যদিও আমি যখন কেদারপতি গেছিলাম আমাদের গাড়ির ড্রাইভার বলছিল কেদারনাথের ওখানটা ঘন জঙ্গল, ওই পাহাড়গুলোতে ঘন জঙ্গল, বদ্রীনাথ আবার ভীষণ ন্যাড়া। তো কেদারনাথে ওরা বলছিল যে সন্ধ্যের পরে তো অ্যালাউড নয়, কে এইবার লোকাল ড্রাইভারের অনেক সময় গাড়ি চালিয়ে আসে, বলছে রাস্তার মধ্যে বাঘ বসে থাকে। ইয়া ইউ হ্যাভ দিস কর্বেট ন্যাশনাল পার্কের টাইগার, এই টাইগার ইয়েটা তো দুটো রেঞ্জ, একটা কুমায়ুন রেঞ্জ যেটা কর্বেট ন্যাশনাল পার্কের দিকে, আরেকটা হচ্ছে ইয়ে কী বলে জানো ইয়ে রেঞ্জ গাড়ওয়াল রেঞ্জ। তো কেদারনাথ ইজ ইন দ্য গাড়ওয়াল রেঞ্জ, কিন্তু বলছি এখানেও বাঘ থাকে। তো do you see any animals? No, I answered quite confidently. I knew there were hardly any animals left in the forests of Dera. So there were hardly any animals left in the forests of Dera. কিন্তু বলছে সন্ধ্যার পরে নাকি বলছিল বাঘ ফাঘ বেরোয়। I turned from the window and faced the girl, and for a while we sat in silence. I turned from the window and faced the girl, and for some times we sat in silence. মানে কি করে কনভারসেশন করবো, সেটা such a beautiful study of human psychology. মানে একটা অচেনা মেয়ে, এই একটা ভদ্রলোকের ছেলে, অসভ্যতামি করতে সে যায়নি, কিন্তু কথা বলার একটা ইনস্টিংচুয়াল উইশ সবসময় আছে। And that is a very healthy relation. That's not a bad relation thing. That is always healthy. কিন্তু কি কথা বলবে ইউ ডোন্ট নো। আজ এই পর্যন্ত থাক, কিন্তু এরপরে একটা নতুন ইয়ে শুরু হবে, where মানে that would need a greater explanation. So সেই জায়গাটা we can do sometimes later on Wednesday. The next class is on Wednesday and we will do on Wednesday. Okay? In the meantime, stay safe, stay well.